Hey guys, me Nish again. As you know, recently I bought an iPad. It wasn't a straightforward purchase. It took me a few weeks for me to convince to buy the iPad. There was a lot of thought process before I buying this iPad. Is the iPad really necessary? Does it make my lifestyle easier? Owning an iPad means my phone will be redundant. Ever since it was released back in 2010, I always wanted to buy it. At that time, I don't have a proper reason to buy the iPad and I don't have money as I was still in school. But over the past few months, especially after I started making the YouTube videos, I realized that the iPad will be useful for me. So today I'm going to share a few things that made me buy the iPad and also why iPad is really necessary for general people. By iPad, I don't only mean the iPad from Apple. It can be other tablets like Samsung Tab, Huawei MatePad, and so on. But I will use iPad as a general term. In my iPad first impression video, I shared 3 main reasons for me to buy the iPad. As a tech enthusiast, I always wanted to experience 120Hz screen. With this iPad, I was able to fulfill that. I have a habit watching YouTube videos while surfing the internet or vice versa. Let's say if I'm watching a tech video on YouTube and they say something interesting, I immediately can open a second screen and do a research about it without pausing the video. This saves a lot of time. With my iPhone XS Max, it's not possible. So the third reason is the Face ID, which I will explain it later. As I said earlier, the urge for me to buy the iPad only came after I started doing YouTube videos. The reason is because of my lifestyle. I have a full-time job on weekdays and the job nature is little different. I never go to office or I don't even travel. I work from home. It's not because of the lockdown, because my job nature is like this for the past 3 years. I spend morning until evening in front of my PC. I do other things like writing script, recording, editing videos, playing games during my free time, which is nighttime and weekends. But working from home is not easy as you think. The first thing I do after my work is done is get out of my room. Just imagine I'm sitting in front of my PC for 8 to 9 hours for work and another 3 to 4 hours to do my own thing like playing games, editing videos. It's really tiring to spend 12 to 13 hours inside a room. Many of you realize this during the lockdown. It's not possible to stay hours in a small place. I need a change of environment after my work. So that's why once my work is done, I'll always go to my living room to watch my favorite series or sports. So with iPad, I can use this time to research and write script for my videos. It saves a lot of time. I don't need to sit in my room to create my script. Obviously, I cannot play games or edit videos without my PC. So for writing script, iPad is really great alternative for me. Well, you could ask me why I don't use my laptop. I do have a laptop and I only use it as a backup in case my PC fails or power cut, which is rare. For me, first of all, laptop is not convenient as the iPad. It's heavy, bigger, and since the laptop is older, the battery is not good as before. Always needed to be plugged in. So I think the iPad is really good device to move forward. And here's the second question. Why I didn't invest in a new laptop? Surely I can get a good laptop for the price I paid for the iPad, right? There are 2 reasons for it. Number 1, laptop is heavier compared to the iPad. With iPad, you can carry it anywhere and hold it for a longer period of time. You can just hold it like a book or file. You don't need a special table to place the laptop, or you don't need a bag to place the laptop and carry around, and definitely it's not possible to hold the laptop for a longer period of time. Number 2 is the speed. Opening an app on iPad is always faster than opening an app in the laptop. From unlocking the iPad and opening an app maybe take around less than 5 seconds, but for laptop it may take up to 1 minute or more. Let's say if you're a traveler or maybe salesperson where you need to show some images, documents or presentation to your clients, opening and showing the file will be a lot quicker than the laptop for sure. It's not possible for them to bring the laptop everywhere. So for me, iPad is much more faster and portable than laptop. But of course, there's some downside when you compare the iPad with the laptop, like a storage, USB ports and so on. But that's a whole new argument which I need to dig in. So I'll save it for another day. Moving on, iPad is really great device to watch videos and movies. I usually watch series and movies while lying on my bed with my iPhone. I feel iPhone screen is too small and laptop is not convenient to watch movies while lying on bed. So iPad is really doing good job for this. And here's where iPad's Face ID plays a big part. Usually when I watch videos in landscape mode with my phone, I accidentally touched the power button, so the phone will be locked. I need to turn the phone vertically to unlock it. So it's kind of troublesome whenever I'm watching videos or movies in escape mode. But with iPad, the position doesn't matter. The Face ID works in any position. Viewing emails, reading articles, or even attending to a conference call is a lot better with iPad. For me, I believe iPad is a great learning tool for kids. Big screens, brighter colors, big buttons. Surely kids will love it. It's much better than a smaller device. So that sums up my 2 questions which I asked earlier. And the last question is, did my iPad make my iPhone redundant? Well, when I buy this iPad, I wasn't expecting this iPad would be my daily driver. But since I got my iPad, I used it for the first week and my iPhone's screen time reduces 80%. So it definitely replaced my iPhone. I can do everything except making calls. So the iPad definitely made my iPhone redundant, but I still need my iPhone as I'm using it to record the videos you're watching. If I don't record, maybe I don't need a high-end device. Well, that's my view on why iPod is becoming necessary for the current lifestyle. Some of you might agree with me, some of you might disagree. So it's up to you to decide. I just shared my view on it. Looking forward, I'm currently working on my Blitz 1-year review. In case you don't know what is Blitz, please check this link out and see you guys on that video.